Happy Victory Monday, fans. Today's Rumors and Overreaction show this morning made possible by Roan. We'll tell you all about them later on in today's show, but upgrade your closet and use code CHATSPORTS for 20% off at roan.com/chatsports. Third blowout win of the season for the Dallas Cowboys, kind of making it a little bit harder to get an actual feel for real, normal football from this team. It's been 3 blowouts in a game where you're down 3 offensive line, but hey, you won. That's what matters, right? You took care of business against a not bad Patriots team that certainly played bad, I think, because you made them play bad. So if you liked that Dallas Cowboys win, then like the video right now. You're not going to get one every single week. I say enjoy them, save your anxiety for the tougher games coming up later on this season. But like that video if you liked the Dallas Cowboys win this week. All right, let's get into Overreaction Monday. First up, is the red zone an issue? Yes, it is. This is a correct overreaction, we'll call it from that perspective. And I do want to make this clear again. You have left points on the board. There's no way around it from that perspective. What we're honestly mad about or disappointed by or whatever is we're a little bit upset that the Cowboys didn't drop 50 or at least 40. That's where we're at. Like this is the definition of a first world football problem, or maybe we'll call it a good football team problem. I'm not mad about winning 38-3. If your takeaway was I'm upset after a win, I think we're missing the point of football, right? It is perfectly fine though to point out areas of growth. Like if we're grading the Cowboys, like, well, maybe give an A- or a B+ in a blowout because you could have done this better. That's fine. The takeaway should be awesome, but you could do a little bit better. So don't just say that they suck, right? Don't say, oh, this is terrible, they're horrible, bad. Like, no. Fine to be like, hey, I'm happy. If the takeaway is, I'm pumped they won, I'm enjoying it, I'd like this to be a bit better, but I'm very happy right now. I think that is a perfectly reasonable reaction to have. And I will say this too. They were better this week in the red zone. Now, apparently, the CeeDee Lamb play does not count. You scored from the 20. Like, okay, whatever. Like, I'll take it as far as I'm concerned. Like, that was a great play. Luke Schoonmaker should have caught 1 touchdown. I think there's been some execution issues in the ground game. Tony Pollard went the wrong way. Been some missed blocks up front. They finally punched in with Hunter Lipke, where the O-line did a really good job of blocking. That was awesome. I think they're doing some too many slow developing plays in the red zone. They love that waggle, but the waggle's been pretty well covered off this year. I think just some simple slant flats actually might do better, but they got time to get it figured out. Quarterback continues to actually be really good this year. The raw touchdown numbers in the box score might not reflect it, but Dak has been completing a high percentage of his passes all season long. That's kind of a good thing as far as I'm concerned. So the Cowboys, yes, there's room for growth. Don't get me wrong, but you are 3-1, and that's a really good thing. So grade the Cowboys so far this year. A, B, C, D, or F. It is the pinned comment on today's show. So that ad comes on YouTube. Take advantage and go vote. All right, overreaction number 2 is the defense back on top. How can it not be? That was a dominant shutdown performance of not a great Patriots offense, but nobody else held them to 3 points all year long. The Patriots could not do anything on offense. About a third of their runs, I forgot what I heard the exact sum, it might have been like 33 or 35, somewhere in that range, were for 0 yards or a loss. Ramondre Stevenson, Zeke Elliott, nothing going on the ground. A dominant effort out of this Dallas Cowboys defense. I think they were understandably mad after what was a bad performance against Arizona, and the game script was certainly much better for the Cowboys in this one. But look, Ramondre Stevenson, 14 carries, 30 yards. That's 2.1 yards per carry. Zeke Elliott, 6 carries for 16 yards, 2.7. Mac Jones, 3 for 7. The Patriots did run the ball 23 times. They had 53 yards. Fantastic effort out of the Cowboys defense this week. Now, today's show is made possible by Roan. I am rocking one of their commuter collection polos. I think it's fantastic. It's breathable. It's comfortable. It looks good. I'm a big fan of like the minimalist designs in my shirts. Like I don't want giant logos everywhere. Rhone is perfect for that. And it's perfect for every occasion as well. They've got pants, dress shirts, quarter zips, polos. You never have to worry about what to wear when you have the Rhone Commuter Collection. They've got 4-way stretch fabric, gives you breathability and flexibility for whatever's going to come your way that day. Work, commute to and from the office, dinner and drinks afterward. Maybe you're playing some golf or on the weekend, whatever. They've got you covered. Also got Gold Fusion anti-odor tech that leave you smelling fresh and clean all day long. The Rhone Commuter Collection can get you through any workday and straight into whatever comes next. Head to rhone.com/chatsports and use code chatsports for 20% off your entire order. That's 20% off everything in your order. We go to rhone.com/chatsports and use code chatsports. Find your corner office comfort today with the link and promo code in the comment section and the description of today's show. Go to next up on our overreactions. How about some more love for Daron Bland? And these are overreactions, but they're all right, by the way. Maybe the red zone's a less of a panicky reaction, but you do need to be better there. Daron Bland has been incredible, folks. Daron Bland leads the NFL in interceptions since 2022 with 8. He has 8 in 21 games, despite not becoming a starter until later on last season. He has 8 interceptions in his first 21 games, the first player in the NFL to do that since Trayvon Diggs. Next on the fourth of our 5 overreactions, it's time to sign Leonard Fournette. Rico Dowdle has the hip injury. As of filming, the last update is that Rico Dowdle is getting an MRI on that hip. Severity still not yet known. Got to sign Fournette. All right, he's big. He'll fix your red zone. I think this is an overreaction. I'm fine to include Fournette on your discussion list, but I am unconvinced that Fournette is a solution to any problems you might be having without Rico Dowdle at this stage. I'm just unconvinced he's a superstar player. We'll spend some more time, unless you're even a good player. But what do you think? Would you sign Leonard Fournette? Y for yes, N for no. Head into the comments section. Let me know. Would you guys sign Leonard Fournette if Rico Dowdle does miss a significant amount of time? Y or N in the comments section. All right, the Cowboys running back depth chart here. Tony Pollard is clearly RB1. Rico Dowdle is RB2. We'll see what the status holds for him with the injury, how severe it is or not. Deuce Vaughn and Hunt Lipke both got involved on Sunday. Lipke had the touchdown play. Deuce Vaughn, meanwhile, wasn't as productive, but has done some nice things at times in the preseason. I think that if Dowdle can't go, you are a little bit thin at the running back room. I think the likely solution would be promoting Malik Davis if Dowdle does miss time. Look, last week it was like, the Cowboys miss Zeke. No, they don't. Now, that's because they have, I think, a better player right now in Rico Dowdle. Zeke averaged 2.7 yards per carry. Fournette averaged 3.5 last year. Look, the Bucs' offensive line was not very good. It should be telling that we are into the month of October, and Fournette has not been signed. That should raise that's interesting. Why is that? Again, some whispers, maybe he wasn't in the bestest of shape, which would not be the first time that has happened for Leonard Fournette. Does raise those red flags. There is some pass-catching value, but Deuce Vaughn, I think Lipke can be your big back. I would look more towards Malik Davis. But hopefully it's a moot point, and Fournette is and Rico Dowdle is just fine. There's no need for Fournette. Now, if they do sign a back, we'll have an updated video for you in some capacity. Make sure you are subscribed at youtube.com/Cowboys TV. Free Cowboys videos every single day. Final overreaction. Brandon Aubrey is a person. Yes, but also no. Those of you who have been subscribed for a long time know my bit. I don't think kickers are people. And it's not like an actual, they're not humans or something like that. It's not the literal sense of it. Kickers are not people. And the explanation of that is that kickers are replaceable. There's only like one or two elite kickers, if that, in the NFL. Everyone else is kind of a year-to-year thing. Don't overinvest in them and be disappointed. Like Zerline's still kicking, but the Cowboys overinvested. They should have cut bait with him earlier. Brett Maher was good last year, but they cut bait when they needed to. And the Cowboys have done that again with Brandon Aubrey. And he has been really, really good. And that's why it's the yes part of the but. No, kickers are not people. But Aubrey's been really good this year for the Cowboys in what is a small sample size. He's made all 13 of his field goals. We were deprived of an attempted 66-yard record-tying field goal. Thanks, Chuma Adoga, jumping with a false start there. Missed his first extra point. Hasn't missed one since then. And there were some timing issues on that one. I'm not done on this conversation. But what is your confidence level in Brandon Aubrey? Scale it for me from 1 to 10. 1 on the low end, 10 on the high end. It's a 4-game sample size of an unknown kicker. Please sound off for me in the comments section right now. It is early, but there are some people out there who owe apologies to Brandon Aubrey. They were swearing the Cowboys are just screwing themselves. They've got no idea what they're doing at kicker. They've handled the kicker spot right for 2 years in a row now. They overpaid Greg Zuerlein, and then they kind of stuck with him because they had to money-wise when he was bad. Eventually, finally cut bait. They thought they had the solution when they signed Jonathan Garibay out of Texas Tech, but they did not draft him. They did not overcommit. They're like, this is bad. They pivoted. They found Brett Maher, and that worked up until the playoffs because he had a bad showing. So they did not bring back Brett Maher. They gave Brandon Aubrey a shot. They thought they liked what they were seeing, and he's delivered so far. The whole purpose of kickers aren't people is that you do not pay them because you can find them from the MLS, apparently. You can find them from the XFL, the USFL. So don't overcommit to these guys. I'm happy with the way Brandon Aubrey is done, but he's still a bit unproven. Let's see how it goes as the kicks get potentially more clutch later on. I'm pleased, but you don't have to pay him. That's the whole point. Like, if it starts getting bad, you can pivot. The Cowboys have handled the kicker spot right.